Bambini time.
Bambini, Bambini.
Hello lovely viewers and super duper kids at home. Welcome to another exciting but educative edition of the Bambini Show. I am your host today and we have a special, fun, very gorgeous and beautiful Becca on the show today. We're going to talk about peer group pressure. But before that, let's introduce our lovely students. So to my right we have
International School.
Okay.
Jack from International Community School.
Okay.
Carlton from International Community School.
And to my left,
Maud from Tower Hamlet School.
Choma from Tower Hamlet School.
beautiful. We have been able to make acquaintance with our lovely boys and girls over here. So now, as I was saying, with this gorgeous, not just gorgeous, I'm sure we all love her songs, right? Yeah. So I think probably Becca has to tell us a little bit about her childhood and how she grew up.
Everybody calls me Becca, but my birth name is actually Rebecca Echampon. You can call me Akosia. I am from the Ashanti region. Yes, I've been educated here in Accra all my life, really. Growing up was in a very interesting home, very normal home. I went to school at Morning Star School in Cantonments. Yes, yes. After which I went to Wesley Girls High School. Yes, and you thinking of going to Wesley Girls, right? See? So I went to Wesley Girls. And then I went to university as well. I'm an operations and project manager. But one thing people don't know about me is I have a diploma in childcare and education. Wow. So I'm also really, interested in what we're doing here. And so that is a little introduction of Becca. But you all know me to be a singer. That is what I am. So that's me.
Well, kids, do you have any questions to ask? Okay, Colton.
So do you only do singing or singing is just a hobby for you?
Well, singing is not just a hobby for me. Singing is actually my profession. That is what feeds me every day. I wake up in the morning and I go to the studio to record because I know at the end of the day that is what's going to put food on my table. So I'm a professional singer, just like a professional doctor will be there.
Please, what inspires you? What is that thing that gives you joy? And when you think about it, music just comes into your head and you produce it.
Yeah.
Girl. Well, what gives me joy? What gives me joy is to see smile on people's faces. That's the first thing for me. I'm the sort of person that always wants to see people happy because that's one of my main inspirations. I also really talk about life experiences if you listen to my song, things that we can all relate to, especially women and children. That's like my field. So I love to talk about women and children. So I'm just really inspired by everything that goes on around me. And giving me joy, what gives me joy is something like this, sitting here and interacting with you and just smiling and having fun with you all.
Are we not blessed to have you on the show? Wow.
Well, I want to ask whether your voice gives you trouble sometimes maybe in the studio.
Oh yes, it does. And other times, I think that especially your voice, when you get tired, naturally your voice gets tired as well. And so it's very important that as a singer you rest a lot. If I don't rest, I know when I get to the studio it's going to be really hard for me to execute anything. And so yes, my voice sometimes gives me trouble in the studio when I haven't rested enough or I haven't done the right things I'm supposed to do. Just like a doctor, you must go to school to learn. You must sharpen your tools sometimes. There are courses that you take. As a singer as well, there are things called vocal training that I must go to all the time. At least twice in the week I must go for vocal training. If nothing at all, once in a week I must do that. So it's important to sharpen my tool. If you don't sharpen your tool, then you're definitely going to have trouble singing.
How do you master courage to go to stage and stand in front of people to perform? It's amazing.
Yeah, that's a good question. I think that I've been doing this for 10 years now and I've mastered a lot of courage. But the funny thing is that every time I'm going on stage, I'm panicking. It's so natural. Until I sing the first note, I panic. I'm like shaking, my hands are wet. So it's just a matter of time. As time has gone on, I've become used to it. And that's really it. Funny enough, when you get on stage and you're seeing people who are paid money to come and watch you, and people who really love you, you know you have to perform. You know that's your work and you have to perform. So Yeah.
Whilst you're on stage, have you ever made a mistake?
Oh my God, Jackie,
That's
Jackie. I have made so many mistakes on stage, honestly. So many of it. The good thing is that you have to be very technical to know I've made a mistake. Because sometimes it's even the song. Sometimes you actually forget the words in your own song. You know that, right? Sometimes you actually forget the words in your own song. And I remember I'll do a bit of research because I thought I was the only person. I'm like, why am I forgetting some of my songs sometimes? And I did a lot of research and I realized that even some of the biggest artists, Celine Dion, all those people have actually forgotten songs on stage, and they tell their story of how they're standing on stage and they're like knocking on the mic, and the person at the back needs to give them the first, the word in the song for them to remember. So I make a lot of mistakes sometimes on stage, but the beauty about it is being able to cover the act so nobody notices it. Yeah, that's it.
Wow.
Please, can you sing a song for us?
Well, as much as I didn't come here to sing, I really can't say no to you. What song would you like?
The one you sang about, you sang it in Africa. The one you sang, beautiful woman.
Beautiful woman, yeah, yeah. Me oba, bibini ba, zemika sinsio yensi ane yensan. Mi wasuba wa butrema wa vetise, inshire, bibini ba, oh, wonderful woman. Yeah, yeah, beautiful woman. Yeah, yeah,
Come on, just
beautiful woman. Yeah, yeah,
more.
yeah, 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 yeah. And we finished.
I really wish you could have added it.
You should have sung the
Two more. Oh, but well, we've heard her, and you can see she has some amazing voice. So before we start having more fun in the studio, Bambini will go for a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
Bambini.
Bambini, Bambini, come on.
Welcome back to the Bambini Show. As we said before we went for the break, we are talking about peer pressure, and we have Becca in the house, and she's going to tell us a little bit about peer pressure, how you handle peer pressure, since she's an adult and she has gone through some pressure from friends and all that, so that we can also learn something from her. Are we okay?
Yes.
Are we ready?
Yes.
Okay, Becca. So first of all, can you tell us what you think of peer pressure?
First of all, for the question that I would ask was, what is peer pressure? For me, it's basically influence, being influenced by people, your peers, which gives the word peer pressure. People that are in the same league with you, maybe industry, maybe school with you. And these influences could be positive or negative. I think a lot of time people go through a lot of negative peer pressure in school. What does that mean? Being forced or being pressured to do things that you do not want to do, but you might just do so you can be a part of, as in belong. We've all been through peer pressure. When I was growing up, I remember in school, there's so many times there were so many things that I didn't want to do. But you have friends who are telling you should do it because it's the right thing, and you know very well it's not the right thing. But you tend to draw to them because you want to be friends with them. And you don't want to be left out. You don't want to be bullied, even. And so you just end up following the leader, if I may say. And so for me, I was very lucky because I came from a house where these things were spoken about. Not getting influenced by, for example, sometimes you go to school, it's maybe even PE time. And then one of your friends says, oh, let's go and hide somewhere. There's no need to go for PE. It's just physical education. Forget about it. then you go and hide somewhere, you're doing your own thing while people are out there exercising. Or you're supposed to be studying, and your partner or your friend in school sitting by you decides to do something else, decides to maybe bring a game in school when it's not allowed for you to bring a game in school. They're playing under their desk while you're studying, and you're pressured to do the same. Maybe you're pressured to do, just being pressured into doing things that you know morally is not even right, is the negative peer pressure. But I believe there's also positive peer pressure. Yes, where you have people that are actually pressurizing to say, today we must study, we must really study. And you know that you're supposed to study today. And those are the friends that I or you, we all must be drawn to. Those friends that will encourage us, to motivate us to work hard in school, to do the right things, to even be polite, which is another thing. You have friends who are not polite at all. They're not nice at all. They have attitude. And those are the ones that are negative. And you have friends who will tell you that you see an adult coming, you must do what? Get up for the adult to sit. You know very well that that's just really being nice. You open the door for a lady, Carlton, that's like really nice gesture, And the ladies, you just, even at home, is little things like supporting your mom when she's in the kitchen, or helping her to feed the baby, or trying to sweep with her, or washing the dishes with her, all that, because we can all wash dishes, can't we? Exactly. So this is some of the things that, if you have good friends, they motivate you and encourage you to do. So I mean, for me, those are the things that I went through. We all went through it, but you have to be able to sail through nicely so that you're not pressured to do negative things but positive things.
In your music career, does anyone give you or anyone pressure you to do something you really want?
Oh, Carlton, that is an amazing question. Yes, definitely. And pressure is everywhere. In music, it is there. You're pressured to do things you don't want to do, sometimes just for opportunities. And you know very well you're not supposed to do that. And so you just must know who you are and know yourself and believe in yourself that you can do whatever you want to do without going through other avenues to get it. So definitely we get that. There's certain things that you want to do, sometimes even social media, and you all know about social media, don't you? Twitter and Instagram and all that. I'm sure you all have phones here. So you know what that is about. Sometimes the pressure on social media for being a celebrity, quote unquote, and what you must wear, what car you must drive, how you must talk, where you must fly to in first class and business class, all that is pressure. So being a celebrity comes with a lot of pressure, definitely.
That's mostly girls. I mean, there are lots of people that pressure you and stuff.
Oh yeah.
How do you choose your friends?
Well, I am very careful when I'm choosing friends, extremely careful. First of all, it's very important that you choose people that are going to add value to your life. Very, very important. Choose people that are going to add value to your life and not bring your value down. You need to choose people that can influence you in a positive way. When I say add value, you know what that means, right? Yes, people that you're with them and you're learning a lot and you're building yourself up to a better person and not just downgrading yourself. So I choose my friends I observe a lot. I don't jump into, that's the first thing you need to do. Don't just jump and make friends. You know what I mean? Don't do that. Take your time. Watch the person. Observe the person. Is this person giving me some good pressure or some bad pressure? And that's where you would know who to choose. If you know somebody's giving you negative pressure, definitely you know that person is not a good friend. So I just towards the people that are putting some good pressure on me and influencing me in a positive way.
How do you overcome peer pressure?
Okay, I mean, I think that there could be maybe 5 things that I used to do, but basically what you're asking is, how do you say no to peer pressure? The first thing you must do is that it's very important for you to ask questions. Ask 101 questions. Ask people questions, ask adult questions, ask your teachers questions. Keep asking questions. It's very important, and I'll tell you why. Because the more questions you have, the more advice you get from people who understand these things. If you keep to yourself, you will never be able to overcome these things, peer pressure. And I'm sure you're talking about the negative ones. Because every time we think peer pressure, we think the negative ones. So that's what we're talking about here. Ask 101 questions. The second thing that I'll say to you is learn to say no. Learn to say no. Repeat it. Say no. When you must say no, learn to say no. That's one thing. Just try your best. Learn that now I'm saying no to this person. Repeat it all the time. That learn to do what? To say no. The third thing that I'll probably say is that you need to just take yourself away from the pressure. Don't put yourself in a situation. You know what I mean? You know this is the situation. So the friends that you know give you the pressure, don't go close to them. It's easier. That's the easiest way to get away from peer pressure. So the first one is what? Ask questions, 101 questions. Ask questions all the time. Learn to say no. And the third thing is from the That's all.
Oh, that's smart.
That's it. Keep yourself away from bad friends.
What if a person who you just met when you went to school, maybe Wesley Girls, we were in Form 1, and then the person was like giving you some good pressure. By later, you got to find out that that person was such a bad person but was pretending. How do you handle it? Because you become so attached to that person. Is it by correcting the person or by just completely leaving the person alone?
No, I think that is, you said what you said in the beginning. The person was giving you good pressure, which means the person was influencing you in a positive way. Now, in this situation, I think that everybody is prone to make mistakes in life. Okay, you can only try as many times as you can to try and correct somebody. Okay, so what I'll say is that if the person was giving you good pressure, that means the person maybe has been swayed along the way by something else, because nobody is just changes overnight. Certain things person must go through certain things to be able to change, to be the person that they are. So I would say that instead of leaving your friends to fend for themselves when they're going to be falling into the pit, why don't you try and see if you can talk the person out of this? Because obviously you guys have become friends now, so the person must definitely do what? Trust you. So let's try that first. And then maybe you can seek help from somebody to say, listen, this is what I see my friend going. The person is toward this line and I can't help the person. When it's beyond you, is there anybody that you can go to? I'm sure the headmistress or a teacher or somebody you can talk to, then you can do that. Well, after you try. Yes.
Wow, that was amazing. I hope you super kids at home are having so much fun. Okay, so we'll go for a quick break and we'll delve into the big head brain test, which Becca will be solely responsible for that. So Bambini will be right back.
Bambini time.
Bambini, Bambini, come on.
But they contain seeds and are technically avocado, some slices of bread, and lettuce. That sounds delicious. How to prepare a milkshake.
And I want to encourage here two teachers. I want to commend you for a job well done. It's not easy to put this together and to be able to ensure that it's cross-curricular learning across the curriculum. You managed to do it.
How are you?
I'm fine.
What's your name?
Jeremy Jackson.
Tell me something about water.
You are supposed to drink water every day. It helps you to digest your food easily. It also helps you to finish your bathing routine.
Okay, thank you very much. How are you?
I'm fine.
What is your name?
I'm V.
What does water do to our body?
It helps us to grow. India has the world's largest bananas, producing nearly 22 million tons in 2007.
Thank you very much. How are you?
I'm fine.
What's your name?
Nyodate Lamte.
What food should we eat at the right time?
During breakfast, we drink tea mixed with sugar. During lunch, we eat beans and plantain. When it's in the evening, we eat banku and okra soup.
Keep watching Bambini. Yay!
Bambini time.
Bambini, Bambini, come on.
Of the human brain is water, and 75% of the living thing is water.
When a man is thirsty, he has lost over 1% of his total water amount. Thank you.
A 5-minute shower can use up to 200 gallons of water. Thank you. Canadians are only one of two creatures that do not drink water, but get their water from other resources, called the eucalyptus plant. Thank you. Each day, we lose a little more than a cup of water when we exhale. Thank you. Don't waste, don't waste, don't waste. What is life? What is life? Don't waste, don't waste, don't waste. What is life? What is life?
In the ocean, wide in the sky, we are the wide, the sea never gets dry. Wide's got so many sources, just because it's got too many courses. You gotta keep it moving, the water cycle.
Title of my poem is The Magic of Water. I don't see rain and run away. Children see rain and laugh and play. I don't see snow and say it's freezing outside. And children see snow and say it's busy outside. I don't see fog and stay inside. Small children see fog and go ride their bikes. Come outdoors and play adults and explore the magic of water. Today, we see water in the rivers, in the streams, and in the lakes. Aqua life is surviving today, but tomorrow, can we still see the water in sorrow? Water today, water in sorrow. Human activities that create pollution. Industrial waste don't create a solution. Can we still see the water tomorrow? Water today, water in sorrow. Therefore, save water or lose it forever. Thank you.
With water, people can water their crops, meaning less people go hungry. People can also sell extra crops to pay for other things they need. Thank you.
How are you, handsome?
I'm fine.
What's your name?
My name's Kwame Athari Korte.
Tell me, what are some of the sources of water you know?
Lakes, rivers, runoffs, rain, and waterfalls.
How do we save water?
You can save water by stopping illegal mining and not pouring water onto flower beds.
Thank you very much. What's your name?
My name is Senafafa Pegmana.
Okay, tell me, what are the main sources of water you know?
Surface water and underground water.
What's your name?
Efriye.
Mention the use of water you know.
Drinking water, bathing, watering plants, washing dishes.
What's your name?
Alicia.
And you?
Nanefia.
I'm Becky.
Equia.
Okay, tell me the uses of water.
You can use them to wash your dog. You can use it for hydroelectric power. You can use it for washing and bathing.
Thank you very much. Tell me some of the sources of water you know.
Lakes, streams, ponds, rivers, oceans, seas, and wells.
Hello, beautiful girls. How are you?
We are fine, thank you.
What's your name?
Ishira.
You?
Ceci.
What are the processes of water cycle?
Evaporation and condensation. Precipitation and collection.
Mention the 5 uses of water.
Drinking, cooking, washing, surfing, swimming.
Thank you very much, girls.
Bambini.
Bambini, Bambini. Come on.
Hi everybody, welcome to this edition of the Bambini Show. It is called the Big Head and Brain Test and I get to ask all the questions. On my left we have
The Incredibles.
and on my right we have
The Champions.
So let the game begin. The first question will go to the Incredibles. Are you ready? The question is, in which country is Mount Everest? Are you sure you don't want to think? In which country? Should I pass it on? Are you sure? It's going 1. Should I go?
Yes.
2, 3. Okay. To the charms. In which country is Mount Everest? No, let's try again. Come on. Anybody has an idea? Okay, I have an idea because I'm holding the answers. And the answer is Nepal. 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 Yes? Question number 2, and this goes to the charms. Are you ready for your question? The question is, on which continent is the Sahara Desert? On which continent is the Sahara Desert? Africa. Give them a clap. Come on. Show some love. Come on, show some love. Fantastic. Question number 3 will go to the Incredibles. Ladies, are you ready for this question?
Yes, please.
They are ready. And the question is, breathing. Who composed the Ghana national anthem? Give yourselves a clap! Yes. Let's move on to the 4th question now, to the charms. Who designed the Ghana flag?
This is Dodo.
I'll give it to you, Dudosia Oko. Clap for them, clap for them, clap for them, clap for them. Good job. Now we're almost halfway through the 5th question. I'm coming back to you ladies. And this question is quite interesting, but I'm sure you can get it, right? Fim. After Jesus was arrested, which disciple disowned him 3 times?
Peter.
Yes! Okay, let's move on to question number 6, and this goes to the handsome young man and the beautiful young lady on my right. And it is, what is the shortest book in the New Testament? What is the shortest book in the New Testament? I'm sure you know what the shortest verse is, but I'm not asking for the verse, I'm asking for the book. New Testament.
3 John.
Oh gosh. You're very close. Do you want to think, breathe and think? No, it's actually 2nd John. You're too close. But yet so far. Now number 7. I'm coming to you, the incredible NI. Good. What gas do plants absorb from the atmosphere? Fantastic. Clap for yourselves. Yes. Yes. Question number 8 goes to Charms. You must be charming today. What do we all call a shape with 8 sides? A shape with 8 sides. Fantastic. Clap for yourself. So sick. Okay. Number 9. That comes to you, beautiful incredibles. Ghana Black Stars qualified to the World Cup for the first time. No, we've gone too far away from it. No? You want to try again? No, unfortunately, I must have to pass this on. So, come on, Charms, what do you think? When did Ghana Black Stars qualify to the World Cup for the first time? It's okay to try. 1990. No, too backwards. But well, the answer is 2006. Ghana qualified to the World Cup for the first time. 2006. Yes. Your birthday was close by. 4. Okay, 2 years. Okay. Question number 10. Come to Charms, and which will be the final questions, which means I've been fair. Everybody has had their turn 5 times. Yes. The question will be, who is the mother of Kwame Nkrumah? Who is the mother of the great Osajifo Kwame Nkrumah? Well, the answer for that will be Elizabeth Nyaneba. You know Nyaneba? Well, all too soon we've come to the end of this segment, which is the current affairs questions, and we're going to go on a quick break. When we come back, there will be some amazing games to play. Let's clap, everybody!
Bambini time.
Well. All too soon we've come to the end of the program, but I feel so exhausted. Can we do Becca's clap again? To the right. Come to the left. Okay, so I guess this is a part. We say a big thank you to our beautiful, gorgeous supermodel, singer Becca, for coming on the show. You know, it's not easy to get to drag into your shows these days. It's very, but then she made it anyways. And kids, what do we say to Becca?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me on your show as well and for accepting me. That's your big sister, right?
Yes. Thank you so much, Becca, for coming. Thank you for spending time with us. It's been fun hanging out with you. So thank you to the crew, the producers, and everybody for the Bambini show. So until we come again next week with more exciting and very, very educative topics again to discuss. See you again. The clap again.
Make it. You know me, my boss. If you don't like make it divorce, I just got a DM for my partner. Say now wash. He promised to buy me a what? Now wash. He promised to buy me a Porsche. Now wash. He's a cool guy. Hi everybody, this is Becca and you are watching the Bambini show. Don't go anywhere. I love you. Mwah.
Bambini time.